Hello students, now today I am going to start third chapter. The name of the chapter is Elements, Compounds and Mixture. Now today I am going to explain these terms. First one is pure substance, second one is impure substance, third one elements, and fourth one is classification of elements. So first is, what do you mean by pure substance? So we know that so many substances are there around us. Okay, we can see so many substances are there. Okay, some are pure substance and some are impure substances. So what do you mean by pure substances? Substances which contain only one kind of particle. Okay, substance which contain only one kind of particle means atoms or molecules. Substances which contain only one kind, only same kinds of atoms or molecules, that type of substances are called pure substances. Okay, listen again. Substances which contain only one kind of atoms or molecule, same kinds of atoms or molecules, they are called pure substances. Okay, suppose this is a substance. Okay, this substance is made up of only one kind of atoms. All the atoms or all the molecules will be same. Okay, so the substance which contain only same kinds of atoms or same kinds of molecules, that type of substances are called pure substances. Okay, so pure substances are of two types. First one is elements and second one is compounds. Okay, now come to the second point, impure substances. Substances which are made up of two or more pure substances physically mixed together in any ratio are called impure substances. Okay, the substances which are made up of two or more, okay, two or more pure substances, okay, two or more different type of substances mixed together physically in any ratio. Okay, they will be mixed together physically. Ratio will be not fixed and not one type of substances. Okay, so the substances which are made up of two or more pure substances physically mixed together in any ratio are called impure substances. Okay, for example, mixture. Okay, so mixtures are impure substances. They do not have a definite set of properties. Okay, they do not have a definite set of properties. They can be homogeneous also or they can be heterogeneous also. Okay, they can be homogeneous mixture or they can be heterogeneous mixture also. Okay, so the constituent of an impure substance can be separated using physical method. Okay, the substances, okay, the constituent which are there in this mixture, they can be separated by physical method. Okay, the constituent or the substances which are mixed in this mixture, they can be separated by physical method. So these are the impure substances. Okay, pure substance, the substance which contain only one type of atoms or one type of molecules are called pure substances. Impure substances, substances which are made up of two or more different type of pure substances physically mixed together in any ratio, they are called impure substances. Okay, now the next one is your elements. What do you mean by elements? Elements are pure substances. Okay, you know elements are pure substances which are made up of only one kind of atoms. Which are made up of only one kind of atoms. Okay, suppose you take one example of nitrogen gas. In this all the atoms will be same. Okay, the atoms which are present in this nitrogen gas will be same type. So this is an element. Okay, this is one example of element which is gas. Okay, one example of aluminium you take, all the atoms of this aluminium will be same. Okay, one kind of atoms. And one more point is there, elements cannot be broken into simpler substance by any physical or chemical method. These elements we cannot break it. We cannot break this element into simpler substances by physically or by chemically. We cannot break it. Okay. So the definition will be, elements are the pure substance which are made up of only one kind of atoms and which cannot be broken into simpler substances by any physical or chemical method. Okay, so this is called elements. Each element is made up of only one kind of atoms. I told you each element, this is one element and each element is made up of only one kind of atoms. Okay, the property of this atom and the property of this atom is same. Okay, the property of this atom and the property of these all atoms will be same. Okay, but the properties of this nitrogen atoms and the property of this aluminium atoms will be totally different. Okay, remember it always. Okay, so each element is made up of only one kind of atoms which differs from the atoms of another elements. Okay, I told you just now the atoms of this nitrogen gas is totally different from the atoms of this aluminium. Okay, but the atoms of one particular element will be same. Elements may occur naturally or they may be artificially prepared. Okay, some elements are found naturally on the earth, but some are prepared artificially in the lab. So at present 118 elements are known in nature. Okay, 118 elements are known in nature. Okay, at room temperature some of the elements exist as solid, some as liquid and some as gases. So at present total how many elements are there? 118 elements are there. Okay, in the nature. Okay, among these 180 elements, some are found in the solid state, some are found in the liquid state and some are in the gaseous state. For example, carbon, copper, sodium, zinc, sulfur, aluminium, silver and gold are solid elements. Okay, carbon, copper, sodium, aluminium, these are the example of solid elements. Okay, among these 180 elements, some are in solid state, some are in liquid state and some are in gaseous state. So mercury and bromine are liquid state. Okay, mercury and bromine are liquid state. Okay, and hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen are gaseous state. Nitrogen, oxygen and hydrogen, they are found in the gaseous state. Okay, so these are the solid elements, these are the liquid elements and these are the gaseous elements. Among these 118 elements, some elements are found in the solid state. For example, carbon, copper, sodium, aluminium, zinc, sulfur, silver, gold. Okay, so many are there. Okay, some are found in the liquid state, mercury, bromine, etc. and some are found in the gaseous state also, nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen, etc. Okay, elements are denoted by their symbols. Okay, whenever we have to write any element name in chemistry, so we are not writing full name. Okay, we have to represent it in a symbolic form. Okay, we have to represent it in a symbolic form. So elements are denoted by their symbol. So what is a symbol? A symbol represents one atom of an element. Okay, suppose you have to write hydrogen. Okay, suppose you have to write hydrogen. So the symbol of this hydrogen is H. So with the help of this symbol, we understand that it is one atom of an element. Okay, H H means one atom of an element. Okay, suppose for nitrogen we will write the symbol N. Okay, the first letter of the name. Okay, the first letter we have to write in capital letter. Okay, I think all of you know it, that whenever you have to write any symbol, always you have to write in capital. Okay, so the symbol of this nitrogen will be N and it represents one atom of the element. Okay, suppose you are writing O, it means one atom of oxygen. If you are writing Al, aluminium, it means one atom of aluminium. If you are writing silver, Ag, one atom of silver. So the symbol represents one atom of an element. For example, the element oxygen is represented by the symbol O, hydrogen is represented by the symbol H, and copper is represented by the symbol Cu. Okay. Now, the next one is your classification of elements. So, classification of elements. So, depending upon the properties of elements, they are classified as metals, non-metals, metalloids and noble gas or inert gases. Okay, depending upon the properties of elements, they are classified as metals. First one is metal, second one is non-metal, third one is metalloid, and fourth one is noble or inert gas. Okay, so about this I will explain in my next video. Thank you so much.